Chicago Encounter of 2021 event by Colton Dennis. Crowd cheering. Hello everyone and welcome to Chicago Encounter. Tonight we have two great matches in store for all of you. The Ladies and Global Championship will be on the line tonight. I can't wait to see these matches, said announcer number 1. Me either. Because Bullet had a hard-fought battle with the Barbarian this past week. And now we could see either a new champion or Bullet could retain, said announcer number 2. That's right, and right now, the Ladies' Championship, Tempest will take on Rogue. This will definitely be a fight, said announcer number 1. Beldings. This match is scheduled for one fall. Is for the Ladies' Championship. Introducing the challenger, Rogue, and her opponent, she is the Ladies' Champion, Tempest, said announcer number 3. Beldings. Rogue runs then boots Tempest hard. Tempest falls through the middle ropes then lands onto the floor. Come on, get your ass in her. Come on, don't be a damn pussy. Get in here, now, said Rogue. Tempest, holding her face, stands up then looks at Rogue. You want to do this, huh? You want a fight? I'll give you a fight, said Tempest, sliding into the ring tackles. Rogue then starts punching her. Rogue kicks Tempest off herself, rolls out of the ring then looks at Tempest. Tempest staring at Rogue. Rogue slides into the ring. Both Rogue and Tempest continuously punch each other. Rogue knees Tempest in her stomach. Tempest groans then her head bounces off the turnbuckle. Rogue continuously punches Tempest's sides. Tempest continuously groaning. Rogue grabs Tempest's face then stares into her eyes. You really want me? Bring it, bitch, said Rogue. Tempest head butts Rogue. Rogue staggers backwards. Tempest runs then clotheslines Rogue. Rogue stands up against the ropes. Tempest runs then clotheslines Rogue over the top rope. Rogue lands on the floor, groans then slowly crawls around the ring. Tempest goes through the middle ropes then walks towards Rogue. Rogue stands up then knees Tempest in her stomach again then bounces her head off steel stairs. Tempest falls onto the floor. Hey, get into the ring now, said referee number 1. Shut up, said Rogue, grabbing Tempest's head, picks her up then slides her into the ring. Tempest stops rolling. Rogue slides into the ring then covers Tempest. 1, 2. Tempest kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Come on ref, count. You know how to count, right? Asked Rogue. It was a 2 count, Rogue, said referee number 1. Count faster, said Rogue, looking at Tempest then walks towards her. Tempest grabs Rogue's pants then pulls her. Rogue goes shoulder first into the second turnbuckle. Rogue holds her right shoulder and groans. Tempest stands then starts kicking Rogue. Rogue groaning then pushes Tempest away. What's wrong? Asked Tempest, continuously kicking Rogue. Hey, 1, 2, 3, said referee number 1. Tempest stops then looks at referee number 1. All right, said Tempest. Rogue continues holding her right shoulder. Tempest goes through the middle ropes, grabs Rogue's left arm then hangs it onto the top rope. Rogue groans, then falls onto the mat. Oh, is this a good strategy by Tempest? Attacking the good arm of Rogue, said announcer number 2. It seems like it's working. Because without your arms, Rogue won't be able to fight. So, yes, it is a good strategy, said announcer number 1. Tempest climbs up the turnbuckle then waits on the top of it. Rogue slowly stands up then turns around. Tempest jumps off the top turnbuckle, does a crossbody onto Rogue. then covers her. 1, 2. Rogue kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Close one by the champion there, said announcer number 2. That it was, said announcer number 1. Tempest grabs Rogue's head, picks her up then bounces her off ropes. Rogue jumps, then does a shoulder block onto Tempest. Tempest groans, stands, then goes to punch Rogue. Rogue ducks, then does a back suplex. Both Rogue and Tempest are groaning. 1, 2, 3, 4, said referee number 1. Both Rogue and Tempest slowly get to their knees then start punching each other. Rogue stands up, then punches Tempest. Tempest elbows Rogue in her stomach a few times, punches her, then pushes her. Rogue bounces off the ropes, jumps up, then does Famouser onto Tempest. Oh, the Famouser connects onto the champion. Now Rogue just needs to cover Tempest and we'll have a new champion, said announcer number 2. Rogue slowly crawls towards Tempest, then puts her arm over her body. 1, 2. Tempest kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Oh my God. Tempest kicked out, said announcer number 2. I think because Rogue couldn't fully connect with her Famouser. Because of her arms, said announcer number 1. Rogue slowly stands up, runs, then jumps up. Tempest moves, then pushes Rogue. Rogue bounces off the ropes. Tempest does a forearm onto Rogue. Rogue groans, then falls onto the mat. Tempest just nailed her finisher, and quat, Tempesture, and quat, said announcer number 2. Now, can she get to the cover? Asked announcer number 1. Tempest slowly crawling towards Rogue, lifts her left leg, then covers her. 1, 2. Rogue kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Oh, she wasted too much time, said announcer number 1. She could barely move after that Famouser, said announcer number 2. Tempest slowly stands up, then walks towards Rogue. Get up. Come on, get up, you bitch, said Tempest, continuing to wave at Rogue. Rogue slowly stands up, then turns around. Tempest goes for another forearm. Rogue ducks, then pushes Tempest. Tempest almost goes into referee number 1, then stops. Rogue runs at Tempest. Tempest moves. Rogue stops in front of referee number 1, then turns around. Tempest runs, bounces off the ropes, then does a forearm onto Rogue. Rogue laying on the mat. Tempest covers Rogue. 1, 2, there. Ring the bell, said referee number 1. Bell dings. Here's your winner and still the ladies' champion, Tempest, said announcer number 3. Referee number 1 hands the title to Tempest. Tempest grabs the title, stands up, then raises it. Rogue appears outside of the ring, holding her jaw, looks at Tempest, nods at her, then walks away. Tempest walks towards the corner, climbs onto the second rope, then raises the title. Well, congratulations to Tempest for retaining her title, said announcer number 2. Definitely. Now we move to our main event. Bullet versus the Barbarian, said announcer number 1. Tonight might be Bullet's last night as the champion. What he did to Bullet this past week. I think we'll have a new champion tonight, said announcer number 2. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for 1 fall. Is for the Global Championship. Introducing the challenger, the Barbarian, and his opponent. He is the Global Champion, Bullet, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. The Barbarian runs at Bullet. Bullet moves, then kicks the sides of the Barbarian's legs. The Barbarian pushes Bullet away, then goes to clothesline him. Bullet ducks, then dropkicks the Barbarian. The Barbarian falls onto the mat, then rolls outside of the ring. Bullet waving towards the barbarian. The barbarian walks up the steel stairs, then goes through the middle ropes. Both Bullet and the barbarian staring at each other, then lock up. The barbarian puts a headlock onto Bullet. Bullet punches the barbarian's stomach. The barbarian groaning. Bullet bounces the barbarian off the ropes. The barbarian holds onto the headlock, then flips Bullet onto the mat. Bullet groaning, then rolls the barbarian up. 1, 2. The barbarian kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. The barbarian continues holding Bullet in the headlock. Bullet starts kicking his legs, then rolls up the barbarian again. The barbarian releases the headlock, then looks at Bullet. Bullet staring at the barbarian. The barbarian claps. Bullet smiling. Both Bullet and the barbarian lock up again. Bullet puts the barbarian into a headlock. The barbarian bounces Bullet off the ropes. Bullet holds onto the headlock. The barbarian groaning, then tries reaching for the ropes. Bullet pulls the barbarian back to the middle of the ring. The barbarian wraps his arms around Bullet's waist, lifts him up, then does back suplex. Bullet groaning. The barbarian stands up, starts punching Bullet, bounces him off ropes, then bends over. Bullet rolls onto the barbarian's back, then lands onto his feet. The barbarian turns around. Bullet dropkicks the barbarian. The barbarian goes through the middle ropes, then lands onto the floor. The barbarian is really getting Bullet's competitive side here tonight, said announcer number 2. I've said it once. He got the title. And quat, he's proving himself to others why. He's the champion, and quat, said announcer number 1. The barbarian slowly stands up outside of the ring. Bullet runs, jumps onto the middle rope, springboards himself over the top rope, then lands onto the barbarian. The barbarian groaning. Bullet grabs the barbarian, picks him up, then throws him into the ring. The barbarian rolling, then stops in the middle of the ring. Bullet slides into the ring, runs, jumps onto the middle rope, then goes for a springboard moonsault. The barbarian raises his knees. Bullet lands onto the barbarian's knees, then groans. What a great reversal by the barbarian, said announcer number 1. Like I said, and quat, barbarian will probably be our next champion, and quat, said announcer number 2. The barbarian stands up, then puts Bullet into a full Nelson. Bullet squirming, falls onto his back, lifts his legs, then rolls up the barbarian. 1, 2. The barbarian kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. Bullet stands up, then turns around. The barbarian clotheslines Bullet. He's done, said the barbarian covering Bullet. 1, 2. Bullet kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. The barbarian nods his head. All right, you want more punishment, huh? Asked the barbarian standing up. Then grabs Bullet by his head. Bullet stands up, moves the barbarian's arms, jumps up, then knees him in his face. The barbarian staggers backwards. Bullet turns towards the ropes, jumps onto the middle one, does a springboard moonsault onto the barbarian, then holds his left leg. 1, 2. The barbarian kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. Bullet did a great moonsault there. Usually he waits until they're laying in the middle of the ring. But that was still a great moonsault onto the barbarian, said announcer number 2. It really was. Like I said, and quat, Bullet already proved he's meant to be the champion, and quat, said announcer number 1. Bullet picks up the barbarian. The barbarian moves Bullet's arm, then punches him hard. Bullet groaning. The barbarian kicks Bullet in his stomach, sets him up for a powerbomb, then lifts him up. Bullet punches the barbarian's head, then does a hurricanrana. The barbarian rolls, then stands up next to the ropes. Bullet runs, then clotheslines the barbarian over the top rope. The barbarian lands onto the floor. Bullet kneeling in the middle of the ring. Both Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain appears walking down the ramp. Bullet looks up at both Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain. "Come on, you want me? Come on," said Bullet. The barbarian slowly stands up outside of the ring. Bullet looks at the barbarian, bounces off ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then goes for a suicide dive. The barbarian elbows Bullet in his head. Bullet falls onto the mat. The barbarian looks, sees both Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain, then walks around the ring. "You two, get out of here. I don't need your help. I could win myself. Leave now. I don't need your help. I don't want your help. Just leave," said the barbarian, pointing. Both Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain slowly walking back up the ramp. The barbarian turns around, then slides into the ring. Bullet does a step-up enziguri onto the barbarian. The barbarian falls into the middle of the ring. Bullet stands up, runs, jumps onto the middle rope, does a springboard moonsault onto the barbarian, then covers him. 1, 2. The barbarian kicks out. 2. Said referee number 2. Both Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain almost cost the barbarian the match. Said announcer number 1. Barbarian said, "Unquote. He doesn't need help." Unquote. Said announce number 2. Bullet goes through the middle ropes, then climbs up the turnbuckle. The barbarian stands up, then punches Bullet. Bullet falls onto the top turnbuckle. The barbarian climbs onto the second rope, then sets Bullet up for a suplex. Bullet punches the barbarian's left side. The barbarian groaning. Bullet lifts the barbarian up, then does a front suplex onto him. The barbarian groaning, kneels on the mat, then falls onto it. Bullet stands up on the top turnbuckle. Mr. Indestructible appears on their ledge of the ring. Bullet kicks Mr. Indestructible. Mr. Indestructible falls onto the floor. The Mountain stands onto the ledge of the ring. Referee number 2 yelling at the Mountain. Clobber jumps over the barricade, then grabs Bullet's leg. Bullet kicks Clobber. Clobber falls off the ledge of the ring, then onto Mr. Indestructible. The barbarian punches Bullet, looks at the Mountain, runs, then elbows him. The Mountain falls off the ledge of the ring. The barbarian smiles. "I told you." Unquote. "I don't need your help." Unquote. Said the barbarian, walking towards the corner, climbs onto the second rope, then sets Bullet up for a suplex again. Bullet punches the barbarian's left side again. Head butts him, leans, then kicks him in the side of his head. The barbarian falls off the second rope, then rolls towards the middle of the ring. Bullet looks at the barbarian, at the ropes, stands on the second rope, jumps onto the middle one, does a springboard moonsault onto the barbarian, then covers him. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, said referee number 2. Bell dings. Here's your winner and still the global champion, Bullet, said announce number 3. Referee number 2 hands the title to Bullet. Bullet stands up. "What a match," said announcer number 2. "I don't think we're done yet," said announcer number 1. The Mountain goes over the top rope. Bullet starts punching the Mountain. The Mountain pushes Bullet. Bullet rolls backwards on the mat, stands, then gets booted. Both Cobbler and Mr. Indestructible slide into the ring, then start attacking Bullet. Clobber walks towards the barbarian, then slaps him. "Hey, Do your move now. Do it, said Clobber. The barbarian punches Clobber, then Mr. Indestructible. The mountain grabs the barbarian by his throat. Number 1 in a black hood jumps over the barricade, slides into the ring, then swings a steel chair. The mountain gets hit in his back with the steel chair, lets go of the barbarian, turns around, then gets hit in his head with it. Mr. Indestructible stands up. The barbarian puts Mr. Indestructible into a full Nelson, lifts him up, then does a sitting full Nelson onto him. Mr. Indestructible rolls out of the ring. Clobber looks at both the barbarian and number 1 in the black hood, then holds up his hand. Hold on, don't be stupid, said Clobber. Number 1 raises the steel chair. Clobber turns around. Bullet does a step up. Enziguri onto Clobber. Clobber goes through the middle ropes. The mountain grabs Clobber. All three are walking up the ramp. Number 1 in black hood goes through the middle ropes, then jumps over the barricade. The barbarian grabs the title, looks at it, then hands it to Bullet. Bullet grabs the title. Both Bullet and the barbarian look at all three of them. Well, what a night this was. We want to thank you for watching. Be safe out there and good night, folks, said announcer number 1. Bye bye, said announcer number 2, waving. Crowd cheering. The end.